Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today we are back with another figure unboxing video, and today I'm very excited because I'm unboxing my very first Dragon Ball SH Figuarts figure. It's actually legit. I'm really excited about this. Today we're going to be opening up the SAIYAN Raised on Earth Son Goku. This is actually a newer version of the original base form Goku figure. That was one of the first figures that SH Figuarts made, and Tamashii Nations, of course. And then they came out with a re-release recently and sort of just, made some upgrades and whatnot. Now, Bandai does technically own the Figuarts line. Now, this is the Bandai Spirits logo, so it's going to start appearing on a lot of things, including SH Figuarts, obviously Tamashii Nations, that's a sticker of authenticity, and let me see if I can actually, Tamashii Nations quality. I like how that sticker is like, when it shines, it sort of shows the logo, that's cool. But yeah, so let's take a look at the box here. Got the logo on the side, got some more pictures of Goku. The back of the box shows you some different things that you can pose with. I like how they have him beating down Frieza from the Tournament of Power. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, some different expressions and whatnot. This sticker and obviously the price, that's how much I got them for, was 35 bucks. This was actually, here, if we take a look at the front, you can kind of see there's some like dents in the side and on the bottom there. That's because I'll see if I can remember to add the picture in, but there's one of those locks where like there's a lock right here and then the wires that go around, and kind of protect it. So if it got stolen, then there's the top, by the way. If it got stolen, then obviously a buzzer would go off. So that's the purpose of that being there. Basically they just didn't want these getting stolen, understandably, excuse me, because they're rather expensive. This guy was a little bit less expensive though, because obviously I assume that, base form Goku, like, once everyone's got him, they don't really need another one, whereas, some other, more unique characters, people are, trying to find them, right? There was a Vegeta at my store too, but I only got the Goku just because I wanted Goku. So let's open them up. Unfortunately, when we do the comparison area, I'm not going to have much to compare them to. I do have a Kamen Rider Xaid SH Figuarts figure, and I am going to do a video too comparing the fake Goku that I have, because I have a fake of the original base form Goku, so I think that'll be cool to do, and then just kind of show you the comparison. Granted, it'll be the old one versus the new one, but it'll still be the same thing. There's the little flaps there. So I do really like how they do SH Figuarts figures. I have played with a few of them before, despite not owning a Dragon Ball one before. They do this nice little clamshell thing where they basically have all of the different parts that they give you in one little set here. So let's open it up. Hopefully I don't open this and then everything flies out. There we go. Okay, gotta do it nice and calmly. The clamshell looks really weird with like Goku's form there, but that's cool. Also, one more thing to note about the box, when you open it up, it has like the full art there, which is nice. Then obviously that's like the cardboard in the background. Oh wait, there is something else in the box actually. That's just like a piece of paper. I assume this is just, yeah, like instructions. Okay, just how to like take it off and how to put the hands on and stuff like that. Oh, there's nothing in the middle. Okay. Why not just make this one piece of paper then? Alright, whatever. It doesn't matter. Alright, so is everything attached? Oh no, everything's kind of attached. I don't want to lean it too far. Let's take them out of the box. So one thing that I'm noticing right away, oh, he just kind of comes right out. And I do kind of like the pose actually that they have him in already. So one thing I'm noticing right out of the box is that the packaging is a lot better, obviously, than the fake one. So this is sort of like the plastic that they put in between the joints, just to kind of like, I don't know, show that it's legit and just have some packaging. Karate chopping action. Yeah, this feels a lot better than the fake one. I'll do a video comparing this one to the fake one eventually. But this guy is very cool. So let's kind of go over everything. So, you're just looking at this, right? And it's like, oh, this is just like a Goku, right? But obviously, SH Figuarts are known for their posability. He's got lots of flexibility there. The head has 360 movement. the neck, I can't really get it to move because I'm moving the head instead of the neck. There we go, the neck's kind of moving a little bit there. Full arm articulation, right? You can see that there's a big joint. I believe these are called butterfly joints. I'm not sure if that's the one that this guy has. I'm assuming because I've seen people move it like that and call it like that. I'm not an expert when it comes to Figuarts. You know, Bam Presto's more my speed, but I do know a little bit about it. Boy, I do like that. Obviously, he's got the 360 hand movement. Can his wristbands move? No, it doesn't look like it. But what's nice, though, is that when you put him in a pose, so let's just, like, you know, have him, I don't know. Oh, also there's plastic in between his shoes. When you have him kind of, you know, like, go into a pose, here, let's, like, have him be falling back. He's like, whoa, right? He stays like that, right? Like, I'm not, you know, he's not getting out of the position that he's in. So that's what's nice. Leg articulation, he has that full 360 movement in the, or does he have 360 in the leg? He should. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Wow, that looks really weird seeing the inside of that joint. But yeah, so, you know, his leg stays in position like that. It does look a little bit weird with the joints for the legs, because obviously, like, it's, you know, kind of more baggy pants. Shout out to the boy Baggy saying. His feet 360. For some reason, Figuarts has, like, toe movement, which I don't know why you need that, but whatever. The band, I will admit, is kind of the part that I like the least about this figure. I don't know if you can take that off. I don't, well, probably. Maybe. No, doesn't look like it. The band is the thing I like the least. It kind of just looks like a little cheap with the way that they did it, to be honest. I know that's like, Goku's belt is just kind of like a piece of blue cloth, but I don't know. It just looks a little like, to me. You know what I mean? The other thing too to note is that this is, like I said, this is the newer one. The original one didn't have the logos painted on his gi. It just had a orange gi, and it was, you know, just like a little bit more simpler. So yeah, so, you know, SH Figuarts obviously have a lot of movement. Unfortunately, his feet don't actually move. But that's so that you can get as many dynamic poses as you want when you're posing these guys with each other, right? Because the whole point is that you're supposed to pose them together. Obviously, he stands up on his own. If you put him in some ridiculous pose, he's not going to stand up on his own. But he will stand up on his own normally. Now, let me go ahead and show you how the face works. Yeah. Okay. So for the face, let's give him the screaming face. If I don't want to like dump this out and there be a mess. Oh, will these just fall out? Yeah, okay, everything's just gonna fall out anyway. Alright, whatever. It's fine. Let me see if I can get this out. That's the one thing I don't like about these, is that it's hard to get the pieces out. Okay, so put the plastic over there. So here's the heads that he comes with. He comes with this screaming face, which is pretty cool. Put that one on him in a second. This like gritting teeth face. And then this sort of just like, I'm angry kind of face. So what's cool about Figuarts is that the way that they work with the faces is you have to take off the hair. So let's see, let me see if I can get it off here. You have to take this piece off right here. Yeah, boy. Now that's a look right there, boy. So yeah, so you take that off. Come on. I will probably keep the happy face on him, just because. So you take that off, if I can get it off. See, it is a little bit sticky, but that's a good thing, because then that means, you know, it's not going to fall apart very easily, right? It's good quality. And then you put the new face on there, put it in the pegs, right? Nice. Looking fresh with that hairline there, Goku. And then you just put this back on, and bada bing, bada boom, there you go, new face. So that's really cool. The hands, let's see. Let's give him the, like, battle ready hand. So let me actually show you all the hands. There's this one, which is kind of like a key blast hand, I guess you could say. There is another one like that. They give you, like, the same hands for each side, unless it's something specific. So like here's, you know, like the sort of like readying up to fight hands, right? You know, when he's like posing. Let's just, I guess, just dump everything out here. Put that to the side. This, obviously, they only give you one, because this is, of course, you know, the instant transmission hands. So, you know, obviously, if you're putting it against his forehead, you know, and he only uses one, they give you another fist. And then, like I said, you know, they give you the other hand for the particular pose. And then it does look like, unfortunately, they only give you one boy hand, but you know, I suppose that's for like if he's gonna chop something like that, right? Chop suey. Alright, so let's go ahead and remove the hands and give him the ready hands. So they just come right off like that. I know some of you probably just got a little scared when I just ripped it off. So we need let's make sure that we're putting the right hands on there. Let's move everything else to the side. Karate chop hand over there, these hands here. Okay, so good way to do this, and I know this is kind of dumb that I need to do this, but a good way to look is, you know, turn around and be like, how are my hands? Where are my thumbs? Just because, I don't know. Maybe I'm just incompetent, but you put it on there and bam, there you go. Now his hand is on the joint, which is really cool. So let's take the fist off and put that on there. What's cool too is that you can change the head. If you wanted to put like a Super Saiyan head on this body, you could take the whole head off. I'm not going to right now just because, I don't know, I'm a little afraid to be honest. But you could take the head off and then give a Super Saiyan head. So let's see if we can get like, what's the pose he does, you know, like at the end of Dragon Ball Super, right? Or well, technically at the end of Z, right? Okay, so you can get, you know, something going like this, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, there we go. Okay, I like that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I know I'll sort of like play with it when I'm actually going to put it on the shelf. But there you go. So it's kind of nice because, you know, right, when you pose it, there you go. Now he stays in that little funny, goofy looking pose, right? So that's what I love about Figuarts. But this is a great figure, to be honest. It's very basic. Obviously, it's just Goku, right? But that's sort of what I like about it, right? If you're just looking for a basic Goku figure, and it works well too, you know, if you're trying to get a couple SH Figuarts, you know, and obviously Goku fights basically everyone. So, you know, it's nice to just have a simple figure, right, for that sort of thing, just to kind of have on the shelf. And, you know, like, you don't have to have other figures to pose with him. You know, even, like, the pose that he came in on the box, or even the pose on the front of the box, right, like this Kamehameha pose. Also, that's definitely what these hands are. But, you know, you can do that as well. So he's nice to just kind of have as well as a standalone thing, or he can be great with other characters as well. I'm probably going to keep him like that, to be honest, but I will do it real quick. Real quick, let's, because this is actually, I think this face might have fit better for this pose, but real quick, we'll do that. We'll do the Kamehameha pose on the front of the box, and then we will go ahead and compare him to, we won't do too many comparisons because obviously I'm just gonna show you, see, look at that, I just did it again. I'm just kind of gonna show you a Bam Presto figure compared to him for scale, since, you know, my channel's usually Bam Presto, so people who sort of you know, have that scale a little bit better will you know, kind of appreciate that. That's the one thing I don't like about SHF though. It's kind of hard to get the joints on sometimes like that. Like you could see, I'm sort of like struggling to get the hand on. Especially kind of depends, there we go. It kind of depends on the shape as well of the hand, right? I'm doing this right? Yeah, okay. Kind of depends on, you know, like the shape of the hand and how it works. There we go. Okay, so Kamehameha. Let's do this. So, oh, that kind of looks like he's doing a Yamcha's Spirit Ball. That's funny. Okay, or whatever that move is called. I don't remember. The one where he can like control the ball. So again, the joints are kind of stiff, but you know, that's there so that it, you know, kind of is, you know, lets you pose it a little bit better. All right, so there we go. Okay, I'm liking it so far. So let's make sure he's leaning down a little bit. Actually, here, let's do like this. And it looks like he, obviously, I'm not the best at posing them. You know, with practice, I will get it a little bit better. But it is nice having these joints, right? Because it kind of looks goofy back here. But then this way, right, you can sort of like push it forward and have it, you know, have the arms forward a little bit. So obviously, I'm not the best at this, but you get the basic idea, right? Can I get his foot to, yeah, there we go. Cool. All right, so obviously, again, I'm not the best at posing these guys. I'll figure it out in the future and get a little bit of a better pose. But nonetheless, though, you get the point, right? Very cool stuff here. I would highly recommend this to anyone, even if you're not a big, SHF collector, and even if you're not really, like into getting a bunch of these, considering they are pretty expensive. That's why I didn't have a legit Dragon Ball one before this point, was because they're really expensive. Like the one figure can be upward of $50. And I get that for some of them, some of them might be rare or whatever. But, like just a normal sized figure, like some regular ones can go for pretty expensive. So, to me, I would just rather stick with my Bam Presto stuff, which is fine. But, it is nice to have a couple of these. And I would recommend this guy just to many people, simply because, too, if you get sick of one pose, then you can kind of just change the pose and you almost have a whole new figure, right? So, very cool stuff here nonetheless. Let me go grab my comparison real quick. Alright, so it is a little bit hard to get these guys to stand back perfectly once you've been posing them for a little bit, because you're kind of like, have all their joints a little bit messed up, but I tried to get Goku as tall as I could. Here is the Kamen Rider Xaid SH Figuarts. I know a lot of you guys who watch this channel probably don't recognize this character, but he's from Kamen Rider, if you've ever heard of that series, and he's a little bit taller than Goku. But what is nice about SHF is that even, all the other characters that they do from different series, they all scale pretty well together. So this guy scales pretty well to Goku. I do definitely want to, do some like cool stuff, cool stuff on the shelf with these two. I think that'd be really cool to have them, like facing down or whatever. But just to kind of give you some size comparison for that, this is a real one, by the way. Like I said, I do have some fake SH Figuarts, which I'm going to do another video on in the future. But to just give you some basic scale for Goku, here is one of my favorite figures of all time, the Ultimate Soldier's Goku. Just, I'm not going to pick up the camera just to kind of, but just to kind of give you some scale there for Goku. So you're like, well, why are these expensive for how small they are? But it's the posability, right? And having a posable figure this big would be really difficult. Simply because, it'd be a lot to articulate, and it'd be a lot harder on the shelf, to fit a bunch of articulated figures for, like of this size, rather. So, just to kind of give you some size comparison there, I do like this Goku a lot though, and again, I do kind of recommend him to anyone who wants to just have a simple Goku figure on their shelf, if anything, even if you're not, trying to collect a bunch of them or something like that, or if you're not trying to make like, big SH Figuarts setup, because I know a lot of people do that where they have a ton of characters and a really cool setup. But I definitely recommend this guy. I think he's worth a $35 price tag. Just the posability and the quality that Tamashii and, Bandai puts into these is absolutely incredible. There are no manufacturing errors on these most of the time. Not on mine as far as I can see. Simply because, they are, well, A, so much more expensive, and B, they're kind of known for being a little bit more just like high quality in terms of all of that, simply because they are, the most well-known line of posable SH Figuarts, or posable figures rather, for Dragon Ball, not posable SH Figuarts. That is what they are. But anyway, that's gonna do it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of this guy in the comment section below. Like I said, I did get this guy at Barnes & Noble, so if you want to head out to your local Barnes & Noble and see if he's there, definitely go and see. They do have some Dragon Ball stuff. I know that would seem like a weird place to have it, but they have some little stuff here and there. They actually had the Grandista Gohan last time I was there, so who knows, you might find him. Oh, by the way, just wanted to throw this in there before we end. Yes, I know that says Son Goku with an O. For a lot of Dragon Ball stuff, they spell it that way. I don't know why. I think that's like the Japanese pronunciation, or technically the proper way to say it, but either way though, that's gonna do it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed. I bring you two out. Peace.